Well, I think personally, as soon as I was offered the chance to be in an episode of Dad's Army, I couldn't really say no. Mainly because growing up, when I was stupid, my dad used to call me Stupid Boy Pike. And so the fact that I could really be Stupid Boy Pike, it just felt like something, like an opportunity that you don't normally get. And yeah, actually doing it is sort of like going into your memories. It's quite odd. It feels like you're in the middle of a dream. So yeah, I suppose I wanted the opportunity to live my dreams. I mean, we've got an amazing remit to replace episodes that have been lost. It's not normally you're creating something out of nothing or whatever. So we have a whole resource that we can, establish what we're doing against. It's a sort of a privilege and an honour. There's so many Dad's Army fans out there. There's these episodes that they don't get to enjoy, like they get to enjoy the other ones over Christmas, and constantly on the reruns on Gold and BBC and stuff. And as actors and directors and everyone involved in cars and costume, we see it as our job to kind of complete the story for those fans. So yeah, they get to enjoy these lost episodes like they can enjoy all the other ones. And we can't replace what's gone. We're not the same people. It's a different time. But what we're doing is better than having no episodes at all. And we're trying so hard to faithfully create those stories that have unfortunately to time been lost. I guess you could say everyone knows what World War II is. Everyone understands the sort of quintessentially British thing of a group of people squabbling. We're very obsessed with class and hierarchies, and we really like jokes and slapstick. So yeah, if you put all them together, you kind of get a show that probably will last 50 years. I think it's sort of multi-layered. It's got that Simpsons thing of appealing to 6-year-olds, because you've got Jones with a silly voice falling over, and then you've got Mainwaring and Wilson with their sort of witty, class-based sort of repartee. I think there's something in it for the whole family, and I think that's probably why it stood the test of time. It's quite intimidating rehearsing with the rest of the cast, because they're very good, and it does give you a very odd sort of. It's like you're on a weird acid trip. I mean, if you're in a show that you like, it's a very odd experience. I know as an actor you should be professional, but I mean, a lot of the time Pike is sort of stood in the background, and I'm just trying not to laugh, basically, because I'm just listening to this episode of Dad's Army that I'm really enjoying. But in a way, I can laugh though, because in some of the Dad's Armies, like Lavender cracks up. So I think I've got some. If you see me laughing, that is fine. That is consistent with the old ones, right? I mean, obviously, I've just watched a lot of Dad's Army, which is not really. You can't complain about. I had to watch 10 episodes of Dad's Army. What an awful job. Yeah, it's just a privilege. I mean, I'm not an impressionist. I don't think. I mean, my encapsulation of his performance is not really on a par with some of the other actors, but I think we're all bringing a sense of the characters as originally written. And as I say, we're understudies. We're just trying to give an account of Dad's Army as best we can. Well, as far as I understand it, it's sort of Ben Kellett's passion project for the last 3-4 years. I mean, he knew there were these episodes out there and that there was a will to produce them, and he has studied meticulously every scrap of evidence. Like, they've got scripts with like sort of camera reports, and we have photos from rehearsals, and he's doing a sort of weird sort of Sherlock-esque trying to put it back without actually being able to copy. And what we've got, I mean, we've just watched the first episode. The cuts, the camera style, it really does look a lot like Dad's Army. The only difference is in sort of widescreen and slightly high definition. It's all him. Ben's put a lot of thought and a lot of time into it, and well, from my perspective, the people who made the sets and the people who studied the costumes, they've not got anything wrong. I mean, it seems to me to be as faithful a recreation as one could hope to muster. And after the first record, the Dad's Army Appreciation Society agreed, and I imagine they've got quite high standards. Yeah, I mean, I suppose it is very scary, actually. It was scarier than I'd anticipated, because you perform in front of crowds. That's scary enough as it is. But performing in front of a crowd whose favourite show you're doing, who have all those episodes in their head and are then hoping to watch what you're doing as another one of those episodes, I mean, that's terrifying. That's a pressure that I think very few actors are ever put under. But there was this sort of such positive will in the room. I mean, just when they saw the sets and just when we came out and we were stood in our costumes and we were kind of doing our little characterizations, they want to enjoy it, man. They want to see these lost episodes of Dad's Army, and we really are trying hard to give it to them, I mean, if I had a message to the viewers, I'd say, maybe watch the episode before so you get what's going on, have a recap of Dad's Army. I don't know. Don't go in thinking it's going to be exactly the same. Of course, not going to be exactly the same. But I think if you give it 10 minutes, you'll start to see the effort that the actors have put into the rhythms. I mean, sometimes you close your eyes, it could be an episode of Dad's. I mean, I don't want to say that. I mean, just watch it. What else are you doing with your life? Just give it a watch.